My home is in Addis Ababa. Italy wants to make war against my people. We are a peace-loving country.
The cage that never closed, Ethiopia's triumph at Adwa. On March 1st, 1896, the Ethiopian highlands bore witness to a momentous clash that would rewrite the narrative of African resistance. The Battle of Adwa, led by Emperor Menelik II, saw Ethiopia deliver a crushing defeat to Italy, marking the first major victory of an African nation over a European colonial power during the Scramble for Africa.
I'm going to bring him to Rome in a cage. A few months later, the Italian forces were defeated at Adwa. No Menelik was ever brought to Italy in a cage, and the Italian left Africa in disgrace.
Cause and prelude. Italy's ambitions in East Africa stemmed from its colonial foothold in Eritrea and a misinterpreted treaty with Ethiopia. The Treaty of Wuchale, 1889, became a flashpoint when Menelik II rejected Italy's claim of protectorate status over Ethiopia. Determined to impose its dominion, Italy launched a military campaign, underestimating Ethiopia's resolve and strategic prowess.
Baratieri, addressing the parliament, promised the Italian parliamentarians that he was going to bring Emperor Menelik, called him the barbarian. This barbarian Menelik, I'm going to bring him to Rome in a cage. A few months later, the Italian forces were defeated at Adwa. No Menelik was ever brought to Italy in a cage, and the Italian left Africa in disgrace. That is Adwa.
General Oreste Baratieri, Italy's commander, had promised to bring Menelik back to Rome in a cage, a boast that would haunt him. Despite initial hesitation, Baratieri succumbed to political pressure and advanced his 15,000 troops into the rugged terrain of Adwa against Menelik's formidable 100,000-strong armies. The battle. The Italians' poorly coordinated nighttime maneuvers left their brigades scattered and vulnerable. By dawn, Ethiopian forces, unified across ethnic lines and strategically positioned, launched a devastating counteroffensive. Menelik's leadership, bolstered by Empress Taytu Betul's critical role in rallying support, ensured a decisive Ethiopian victory. By afternoon, Italian forces were in full retreat, suffering over 6,000 casualties and thousands more captured. Significance and impact. Adwa shattered the myth of European invincibility. It preserved Ethiopia's sovereignty as the sole African nation to resist colonization during this era. The victory inspired anti-colonial movements across Africa and the diaspora, fueling Pan-Africanism and challenging racial hierarchies globally. For Italy, it was a humiliating blow that exposed the dangers of imperial hubris. Menelik's triumph at Adwa remains an enduring symbol of African unity and resistance. The cage Baratieri envisioned for Menelik instead became a metaphor for Italy's own defeat, a testament to Ethiopia's resilience and the broader fight for freedom across the continent. The Battle of Adwa in 1896 was a defining moment in African history, where Ethiopia's traditional army, led by Emperor Menelik II and Empress Taytu Betul, defeated Italy's modernized colonial forces. The Ethiopian army, though equipped with traditional weapons like swords, spears, and shields, combined these with modern firearms acquired through diplomacy. Their strategy relied on close combat, terrain mastery, and resourcefulness. Menelik's leadership ensured the army was well organized despite ammunition shortages, while Ethiopian warriors conserved bullets and excelled in precise shooting. Traditional cavalry also played a vital role, navigating the rugged terrain that hindered Italian forces. This blend of traditional and modern tactics allowed Ethiopia to outmaneuver and overwhelm the Italians. Empress Taytu Betul's contributions were instrumental to this victory. A fierce leader and strategist, she commanded her own battalion of 5,000 soldiers to protect her community and country. Recognizing the Italians' reliance on water sources, she orchestrated a brilliant move to cut off their access, forcing them into a weakened state without engaging in heavy combat. Her leadership extended beyond the battlefield. She organized logistical support for troops and inspired unity among Ethiopia's diverse forces. Taytu's role as both a tactician and a symbol of resistance exemplified the critical participation of women in warfare. The news of Menelik and Taytu's triumph spread rapidly across Western media, shaking the confidence of colonial powers. Publications like Le Petit Journal featured illustrations of Menelik as a formidable ruler and Taytu as a decisive military leader. Their victory challenged the narrative of European superiority and inspired anti-colonial movements across Africa and the diaspora. Ethiopia's success at Adwa became a symbol of African resilience, proving that colonial domination was not inevitable and igniting hope for liberation across the continent. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel from Hello Africa. Thank you.